Hey guys, what's going on? Today I've got for you the Laney Supergroup 100 Mk.1 preamp pedal. As you can see, there's a couple little tributes to Black Sabbath and Tony Iommi in there, because that's essentially what this is going for, is the Black Sabbath Tony Iommi sound, especially from the early albums. If you've been on this channel any length of time, you might have noticed the similarity to this pedal, the Sun Model T preamp, and as you can see, they're both laid out almost identically. And that's because the person who did the layout for the Laney 100, or Laney Supergroup 100, he explained it as thus: there are a bunch of sort of legendary amplifiers from that period that are all based on the Fender Bassman. So Marshall Plexi, Sun Model T, Laney Supergroup, and 2 or 3 others. And there are layouts for all of them, and they're all essentially the same as the Sun Model T layout, just with tweaked values. So if you've heard the demo for that pedal, you might notice that this one sounds a bit similar, but not completely. In a nutshell, I've noticed that this one has a smaller difference between the bass and the treble channels. On the Model T, it was a lot more pronounced, the difference. On this one, not so much. Whether you have it on the bass channel or the treble channel, they're very similar in EQ, so there's not a huge difference. But this one seems to have a bit more gain in it. So I guess that's enough of me yapping. Let's plug it in and see what we get. Alright, so as usual, we're going to start with everything on noon. And as usual, I am playing my Gibson Explorer Voodoo through my Blackheart Little Giant 5 and into a 412. Clean signal on the bridge pickup sounds like this. So let's start on the bass channel, everything at noon. So when you have one channel selected, of course, the gain only works for that channel. So we have volume, the gain for the bass channel, the gain for the treble channel, and then a 3-band EQ, bass, middle, treble. So now that I have the bass channel selected, the gain for the bass channel is the only one that works. The gain on the treble channel does nothing. So let's bring it all the way down. Even at that level, it's starting to vibrate the floor a bit in here, so that's kind of cool. And we haven't even touched the EQ yet, so start with the bass. it's kind of interesting. The bass almost seems like a like the opposite of a presence control. Some amps call it a deep control. Some amps call it what? Sub. I don't know. But the bass control seems a bit like that. I like the middle control. It gives you a lot of sweep. And the treble control really gets pokey around 3/4 of the turn. Like from there to the end of the sweep, it gets quite noticeably different. So, let's bring this back to the middle. And let's see if we can hear the difference between the bass channel and the treble channel. So, as I said, yeah, it's a lot less noticeable, but there is slightly more of a treble presence, I guess, in the treble channel, as you would expect, but a lot less than you might think. And let's go through the gain range quickly. Alright, now I'm sure what you've all been waiting for is the sound of both channels bridged, which is the middle position here. And of course, when you have the middle position selected and both channels are bridged, you can get both gains working at the same time. So, let's just hear what it sounds like around noon. For comparison, here's one channel. So you get both a gain boost and a bit of a treble. Very slight. So, I guess all that's left to do is crank both channels and play some Black Sabbath riffs really badly. So here we go. So yeah, I'm all about that. And I imagine it would get even more fun with a boost of some sort in front, whether that be a treble booster, a full range, or whatever you got. Yeah, I really like this pedal, at least as much as the Sun Model T, maybe even more. So I definitely think it's worth investing your time into if you're interested in that kind of sound. And yeah, give it a shot. Link will be in the description. So thanks as always for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy.